before Jake Paul or like all this, I did the first fight, in Japan, and people like Gabi, why?
What about movies? Do you have a dream collaboration in terms of movies?
I received like other invitations, for Marvel, for other movies. Sometimes I think like Dana White don't like Brazilians, and I think he don't like because like you need shell.
The Kayla fight, could that happen, do you think?
Well, now she's like in other division, but if the minimum I can make is like 185.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to BJJ and combat sports icon, IBJJF Hall of Famer, multiple time world champion, the one and only Gabi Garcia. Gabi, very nice to see you. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for inviting me. Like, you try a lot. And it's my first interview after my dad passed, and I take like this time like off, for me. And I'm super like happy to be here and give this interview for you.
I'm so happy to finally interview you. I've been in the industry for 15 years, never spoke to you, so this is fantastic. Condolences for your father. For you, what is the next project? You're always doing something exciting in this sport.
Yes.
What is the next goal?
Um, it's other day I'm thinking about this, I always have like projects like coming up like in my life and opportunities too. Um, I like December, January. I have like 6 contracts with me, like huge contracts, and for entertainment too. But how I told you, like my daddy passed, my best friend who like support my career, and for like 18 years I never like take like a rest for me or even like vacation. And it's the first time in my life. Even like when my brother like passed, I don't feel this. I compete like ACC 4 days after, but this time like I don't want to go like in the gym. I don't want to training. But few weeks ago, and I'm like in home like all the time, and I train for fun like during this time, like I help the girls in the school. But I don't have any goal. But i I think like this is my last year to compete, and for fight. And I need like be like in the entertainment. I like it. I think this happened with me before, like before Jake Paul or like all this. I did the first fight, in Japan, and people like Gabby, why you did this? Because money, man. Because money is good, and it's entertainment, and I like it. I like make people like um entertainment. I like it, and I think like when I compete like against Craig, people, they understand who I am. I'm like super like I have like I don't have a lot of friends because like what I what I think I say, I don't have like I don't count them, but I think people like understand who I am, and it's nice. But I need like stay in the entertainment like more, like wrestling, or I don't know what's coming. I know, but like I can say, but
Okay.
I think like you guys go see me a lot.
What about movies? Do you have a dream collaboration in terms of movies?
My I did my first movie with Halle Berry in 2019 or 2020, and I received like other invitations, for Marvel, for other movies. Let's see, I received like one huge proposal for Asia and one here. Yeah, one here, not for movies but for entertainment too. And I think like like it's I like a routine, I like a training, and movies like I'm not extras. My English is not good for this, but let's see what I always accept. Like, I always say yes for things. I like challenge, but let's see. I like it. And like I'm in the movie like for like few minutes and super tired. I can imagine be actors. Not for me. Like anything for entertainment, but like close to the fight. Um, let's see. But yes, maybe.
You spoke before about how maybe you're a bit misunderstood by the fans because of language, because of English. How important is it for Brazilian stars to learn English? Because we see people like Du Bronx or Portan, they don't speak English, but people love them. Would you encourage combat sports stars to learn, or you think they don't need to? What do you think?
Like both like my friends, I train with Charles when like we like blue belts in Brazil, like with same team Brazil. Poitin is my friend too. And I told Poitin, man, I help you, my English is not good too. How I go help? But it's important. It's important. And I remember like I never like enter like I'm in the English like classes right now, but I feel like when I entered my English class, my English be worse than before, and I'm like, how? But I'm like 14 years here, and uh, I never like enter like in the school. But when I moved to United States, I remember my first like interview is like for Bellator, like for the face off, and have the guy for translating my side, and he's like, she's like, I go kill Gab and blah blah blah, and I'm like, really? And I speak like in Portuguese, and he translate no emotional, and I'm pick up the microphone, it's like, guys, my English is shit, but I go try, and they're like, yeah, you need try, what I told for Charlie too, for Poitin is sometimes I think like Dana White don't like Brazilians, and I think he don't like because like you need sell, you need like express yourself for the fans, um, and but why you go speak English? Because you fight here in United States. If you fight in Brazil, okay, man, you don't need like who go to Brazil need like enter in the culture. If you like you fight here, you need to enter in the culture. You need to understand like, and the fans need to understand you. It's not like all the fans go like learning Portuguese for like because you like you tough, No, you need to enter in the culture, and it's important. Doesn't matter if you're like a good fighter or no. If you don't speak, you don't go sell. You don't go express yourself. Um, and it's 99% important in my opinion, 100%. And you do like I understand a little bit because in Brazil we joke a lot. We like no limits for joke. And when anyone speak like wrong our side, we joke, man. We're not nice. When like anyone go to Brazil, the first like words we teaching is like bad. It's like it's bad words. And like when like you call gringos, when the gringos go to Brazil, we're like ha ha, ha, it's funny for us. And we come in here and say like, okay, they go joke, but no, the people like learn. They teaching us, and it's easy for learn, and they don't joke, but it's important. Not like I saw like a lot of Brazilians, good fighters, who you know don't they don't have like they not be recognized like what they how big like Jose Aldo too. Is a one I think. Come like my mind for remember. I remember like when Anderson Silva he have like he give like interview like in the octagon that they translate everything different. You need to learn port like English is like is mandatory from my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about, you need to sell the fight. Craig Jones is a master, right? Your fight with him was probably the most important event of the year in terms of making people want to watch. Can you tell us about the face-off, the fight? I mean, were you quite pleased that you guys managed to spark so much interest in jiu-jitsu?
It's it's funny because like the keys, Craig like asking like for me like he asking for me like 3 months before, and I'm like, of course no, of course no. The day I like he called me like almost every day. He called me yesterday and the bomb was like in the back. He's crazy. Craigie is crazy and he's one of the best humans I meet in my life. He's my best friend. And if people know who is Craig, I love help people. I never post like what I'm doing, like I think like when I help people, we don't post for like we don't we don't we don't go to the next step like stepping other people, like with like in the pain for others. If you need help anyone, you need help because like this is good for you. And Craig is the same. Craig is like all the seminars he's teaching right now is everything And it's funny because yesterday he called me and he's like, "Who you think is right? The guy who help people or like?" And he think he's like, he's like poor guy, and I'm like, "Craig, come on, man. No one will go believe in you." But he asked for me like 2 months or 2 months before the keys, and in the day the face off, he passed in my house, and I'm sleeping like early morning, and he's like, let's go, we have like a face off. It's like, no, it's not today. He's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, but I miss it. If for other athletes other day. He's like, no, for us it's like 2 3 p.m. And I'm like, Craig, it's not my schedule. Let's go. And I'm like, okay, I see you there. When I enter in the in the Thomas and Mac, and I'm like, where's everybody? Nobody there. And I'm like, okay. And we start like few interviews, and he started following me like romantic songs, and I'm like, fuck, and what are you go doing? And I'm like, no way, I expect everything. When we enter for the face off, and they ask you for like all the media, like they stay outside, and I'm like, what's go happens here? And the keys come in my mind. I like, no fucking way. And I remember like Boucher is there, the beating guys, the few people like from the media, and Craig like, I wanna talk to you. I said like, go. And Craig said, you need to keys me, because it's gonna be crazy. And I looking for. He said, okay, let's go, let's go. It's like, no way. And Craig have like some ideas, crazy man. And I'm like, imagine in my mind what's happened like for CJI, because I opened my Hall of Fame like HCC and like the first like open class, but I come from like like one surgery like in my ovaries and other things, and I don't prepare myself like good for HCC too, you know. But when like one the promoter like HCC asking me, and he's like, Gabby, if you go, you like out for like the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, now I go. You don't go like the Hall of Fame is like for your Hall of Fame, yours, like, or like the show, because if you like yours, I have more knowledge than you, man. I have like more years than like black belt than you. Like I don't want to be like your Hall of Fame. And I jump like in on CJI, and everything what I try in my life, I try the best, like I give my 100%. Um, and after the keys, uh, he posed like, I'm out the fight, and I call my mom, and my mom like, hey Gabby, you out the fight just because the keys? And I'm like, just because the keys, mom, you know, because she don't know too. And she's like, come on, Gabby, back there. And my mom love Craig, and my phone don't stop it. Like when like Craig posts like, okay, let's wait in like 30 minutes. No one know like the truth after like cover for the Sun, like New York, like all medias, and I'm like, okay, we sold like a lot of like tickets, but it's impressive like my career before CJI and after, like where I go, like right now, I passed for like I'm doing like my biography, like my book, and I drop it off, and I pass like in the grocery store, and the guy I talk to everybody where I go. I'm s- hey, how are you? Everybody, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, I go home right now. Um, and he's like, yeah, you have makeup. I said, yeah, because I have like one meeting, and he's like, okay, I saw your fight with the guy. Everybody, everybody. If like I go Target like or like a grocery store, it's like at least like 7 people stop me for photos, and it's like amazing, people know who I am before, but now it's like the girl compete against the guy, but it's amazing. And a lot of people they watching jiu-jitsu like and grappling for the first time, and this is like amazing, like I have the the eyes for the match, but we did it good. But at the same time, like I'm like, okay, people go like her, they don't go. It's like, but and the Olympic is not because my size and everything, and the boxer, the trans, like people go, I Gabby now, Gabby, come on, and I'm like everything together, but everybody like it, and opened so many doors for me. And I not only the money, not only the views we have, but the friendship I have like with Craig. I think like is my goal for the CGI. Sometimes I need kill. Yes, I told him like he's like, look at the bombs. I'm like, I hope they find you. And I'm like, man, sometimes, but he's my best friend, and I think like or we like have the same. I never fight with Craig. Like we never have like, I'm mad at him, but and after like what's happened, and I'm like, what's happening? He's so funny, but Craig is like he thinks he's the new Ellie Grace, but I told him, man, calm down, calm down. Everybody loves him. Everybody knows. I said, like, calm down. In the hype right now, but like UFC BJJ right now, and he's so mad at me.
Yeah, so what's happening with UFC BJJ? What do you think of it? And Craig, I think, is a bit annoyed they stole some of his ideas. I mean, is it good for the sport? What do you think of the whole situation?
um, it's I fight with Craig, because sometimes he like how I told him like, "Hey, Craig, you crossed the line," and I think he crossed the line sometimes, and he always send me the jokes he go doing, and this time he don't told nothing, like how he don't told like nothing from me the tattoo, he make one tattoo and I'm so mad at him, and all his tattoos like I go like doing the tattoo, of course like my tattoo, like he don't told me, but the other ones, and I'm like, I can't believe he did this tattoo, man. But he's like, I don't go against him, because he have like, it's impossible to change his mind. But I try helping him like sometimes, hey man, don't do this or do this, But when he think he's right, but you have they Cloud, I know Claudia so many years too. She's doing like very good job, Uh I think when they we go like invest like money on jiu-jitsu. I think they invest a lot for UFC, but it's a good show. I like it. Everything, but they need more entertainment, because Gabriel and like and Musumeci, they it's not like the entertainment the other guys bring to, and I don't understand why they allow people compete who never like competed before, and for jiu-jitsu change, like it change like you compete or no, like imagine like first tournament like UFC. Come on, it's different, the contender, but the rules I like it, the the beat I like it. But I told Craig I don't think they copy. I don't know if I can say, and he's like, and they copied the octagon in my opinion, I saw like the bow and for FC, and he's like, no, and I'm like, but you copy from others, and he think, but I think it's good for the sport, more shows, better for us. But I competed for like almost 18 years, and I competed for nothing, I start like making money after BJJF pay, for the athletes, and but for the other side, I'm like one of the highest payments to, um and I understand like UFC have like a big name and the huge platform, and this is very good when I watch it, like, and I'm like, nice. But it's how like, like, I can say for myself, but how much they pay for the athletes, for like one contract, the user image, it's too much for me. But we learn, like in the um for the years, and you have like exclusive contract like for jiu-jitsu, like for two shows. You don't go compete like in all the shows, in 1 year. It's too much for me, but it's and you don't have like other fights, because if you don't sign with FC, you don't go have like good fights for you, good match for you. And the other athletes like who is number one are like CJI, and CJI like Flow Grappling to HCC, they don't hold in the athletes, it's it's your chance. You need to choose, Like I don't know if like I choose if like my for my side for girls maybe, but for guys I don't think it's a good idea to sign a one contract for
I think
exclusive contract.
that seems like the problem, right? Because you have like the Ruotolos in one championship, you got Flow Grappling, you got the UFC, you got CJI. Like it's difficult to bring everybody together, see the best fight the best. I think that seems to be the difficult part, right? Because so many people loved it and so many views and chance to make money. Are we going to see the rematch with Craig?
Look, I think if like I compete against Craig, I need to compete in the gi, but people like it's like internet is crazy because they're like Craig is nice with Gabby, and I'm like really man, he choked my face, and I think like this is like the one of the best techniques in between because like they did again, like here in the face, and I almost stepped for my botox, not for Craig. I'm like my botox man, but uh like I train with Craig and it's not like so easy for him, and when he attacked the leg, like I said, man, I don't have the ligaments, and he come to my neck. I'm like, really, man? And he's so rude because like he's tired. Um, but with yes, let's see, what's happened. Um, he make me a lot of mad, because like we're super friends, and he's funny, man. He's funny. His next week he's here, and I told him I don't want to see him, and he's like, and he show up in my house in the door like three times, with flowers last time, and 7 a.m. I don't open my door. He's like outside, and he called me, and I look at my door, like the doorbell. She's like, no way, he's outside with flowers. This is like 1 year and a half, like before, like CJI, and he come back and he show up in my house, and I'm like, okay, Craig. But he's like, I go show up, say, don't go open the door again, and I don't open the door for him. No, you go wake up me like 7 a.m. and don't invite you, and he waiting outside my house almost 1 hour. I don't open, and he come back, but I think next week he here, and he's like, all the plans he make him with me together, and I'm like, you crazy man. But I understand him because like people like asking for me to like where's Craig, and he talk like every single day, like he's in Ukraine right now, but he called me yesterday. Everything okay with him, but it's like sometimes like don't talk to each other. But I think with Guy I accept compete against him. I think I beat him with Guy.
I think a lot of people would love to see it. How do you feel about MMA now? You know, you've had your experience with MMA. Some people talk about super fights with you, but in the past, if you'd have fought Ronda Rousey or Amanda or Chris Cyborg, do you have any regrets you didn't fight any of those guys?
No, like I received like October. They invite me for like fight MMA again for this New Year's. Let I have like some fights. I MMA is the only thing I start like in my career and I don't finish. And you know, um, let's see. Like Ronda, no, like because the weight. Chris, I trained with her before, and if like anyone like match like this fight, no problem. But like I think like Harrison is the one fight I really want like grappling or like MMA whatever because she challenged me before and like she cut a lot of weight, but and she talking too much, and it's the only one I wanna fight, and she run from me from like Chris. I hope she don't run for like Amanda right now, I hope, but it's the only one, and let's see, if like I make like one more fight. I receive like two shows invite me, but I have like huge contracts, for the side, for entertainment, and I think like I can't say nothing, but it's the place everybody wanna see me there.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
okay. And how about you? The Kayla fight? Could that happen? Do you think?
What? What fight?
The Kayla Harrison fight, could that happen?
Now she's like in other division, but if the minimum I can make is like 185. Like if like why not? Like anytime, anytime. I think like if like they match this fight, it's good for me. I need anything for motivate me, and have like other shows invite me for compete like grappling, and like this July, final July, August, I'm back. Let's see what's happened for the New Year's, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Who do you think is the most interesting MMA fighter in the world right now?
Right now, right now, I like Poitin, but like in the history, I think it was like Connor. It's like for me, he sell a lot. Um, like Anderson too, but he's not sell like like with Son with China Sony like good because Sony Sony like and right now I have a lot of guys like I like it, but like it's not like with the belt. Volkanovski I like it, but he's not like a super like he don't sell a lot, but uh John Jones making retirement. You know, this is crazy. But
You've had a really beautiful relationship with Japan. What an amazing place, the home of
I love
martial arts. And you have fans there. You've got over 500,000 fans on Instagram alone. What are some of the craziest interactions you've had with your fans?
it's crazy because my career is like I have people who love me and who hate me. No, I have like I mean not in the middle, it's like 0 or 100. I love it, I hate Gabby. But I have girls in Brazil, they have tattoo, like they from north of Brazil and they tattoo like the leg. I have girls like with my signature tattoo, but in Japan, it's crazy because I watching Pride. I know the histories, but when I signed in Japan, they treat me like a queen there. I moved to United States because like no, they send me here, and in my head in my mind, I'm like, okay, in 4 years I go be famous here, and I don't know. In my first like fight, like street fight, she like touched me, like my face. And I remember like don't give up when she hit me. And Anderson he told me, Gabby, if anyone like if like anyone like touch you, they punch you, and if you go to the ground, stand up, you go looking and go see like five, wait a little bit, four, three. When I see two, go and like try. And when I saw like my first fight, like two, I did like with the back fist and knock out her. And the Saitama Super Arena, everybody like and I'm like, okay, I give my best. And I remember they our bus is like late late, and I have like 20 with me, like my family, my team. And I told like, hey, let's go like with the subway. Huh. When I enter in the subway, it's insane, insane. And I'm like, oh my god, I think I'm famous here. And I can walk in Tokyo, and they different fans, I remember I'm the airport for like the hotel, and one guy in the check-in is like, "Hi, Gabby, can I take a picture?" She's like, "Of course." And they come with the pictures for the sign too. And crazy, like the girl's pregnant, like I touched my bed, and I'm like, no, no. And they don't drink in the arena too. It's crazy because like Brazil and here like they go for drink,
Yeah.
um, and one guy like, "Hey," and okay, and he always in the check-in in the lobby of the hotel all the time when I'm there, and I I'm I I'm the elevator, and I saw him like and everything open. I saw him like looking for me. I'm like, no way. When like like my floor, when I open the door, he's there, and I'm like, no way. And he's like, "Yeah, but you have like any sport bra with you?" And I'm, "Yes, I have." And I'm not. I'm there for like the face off, not for the fight. And I told him like, "Look, uh, give me your email, and I go asking my team for like contact you, and you can buy like for my next fight." He's like, "No, I need it one, use it." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You use it," and I'm like, "No, sorry," like weird. And he's like, $10,000, and I'm like, "No," and I pay like $3 in China. And he looked for me like 20,000, and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yes," and he pick up like inside his like package for like money, and I'm like, "No, I can't charge you this." He's like, "But I love you," and I'm like, "Okay." I pick up like I open my bag, like the my floor, and then I pick up like one t-shirt to I sign for him, and I told like, "Look, I pay like $3. Thank you. Give me like $10, like only." And he's like, "No." And he give me $10,000 for like one one sport bra, and he offered like for me like 50,000 for my jacket, and I don't sold because the one I fought, and I have like Svarovsk like in the back, but he bought like my sport bra, and like in the other fight he bought they lost my bag, and I bought like one Nike shoes, because like my bag and I paid like $40, but I walked with the shoes like for the fight, and he paid $8,000 on my shoes for my Nike. I
Wow.
paid $40. Yeah, they like you can make like a lot of money in Japan with like outside the fight, but after my fight, like the securities don't like me too because finish like everybody like go out. No, I take a shower or I come back for like take picture with the fans and everybody, but it's amazing how they treat us. And this I think the weirdest thing, like like tattoos. And my mom is funny because like a lot of people they cry, "I Gabby love you," and my mom, "Why are they crying? Why are they crying?" And for you and Gabby, mom, but like it's for me it's the best part, for the people who if we can change like one life, like or whole journey, um I know I go die, you go die, everybody, and the only way to be alive is be alive in others, and share what um and I always give the example, when we kid and we visit the grandma's house, we bring a plate, and you always back home with more food because like you pick up a piece for like each one, and when you share with people, you share what or I love help, not help, but doing more for others than for myself. But I believe, like everything what you send to the universe back to you. And life being hard for me, these last years. But I always have like anything new or like big opportunities because I only try share what I know, and I did like
You're
everything.
saying you always try to share what you know.
Yeah, and it's it's the most important, for me, and be nice to people, share like what and it's for us, for fighters, we like we're not selfish, but we born alone, we fight alone, and we die alone. And this last year, because I'm in court because my ex-husband and my dad passed, and I start like see, I have everybody, and sometimes you don't have like nobody with you. um and it's I saw like Fion post this too, like she's like her mental health and everything, and I passed for this trouble. But it's we like so focused in compete, in fight, and if you like you don't training, no one go like doing nothing, no one go jump there like in the mats or the ring or the octagon for save you. And I always training like super hard all my life, and I feel good, for don't training. But the other way, after everything what's happened with me, I push like a lot of things, and I always back like stronger than ever in my career. Um, they accuse me for one doping I don't did. And I never told I don't use nothing, but in the time I don't use clomiphene, Um, and I prove I'm not wrong on BJJF. Um, and my brother passed it, my dad passed it right now. They always like bully me, like in the fight, but this is not a problem for me. And all my career, like it's people like throw the stones on her, and it's how crazy is like my life. And I think like I don't come back this time because I never like stay outside the mats for 1 month. But I like it's when you like Craig, how I told you, like he's a super, like he help a lot of people, and you need to give it to people and for the universe like what you have. When you champion, like the podium is like only fits one, and like you be a world champion is hard. Imagine you like 10 times world champion. It's super hard, and it's not hard because you need training. It's hard because you don't have like life. You don't have like vacation. You don't have like birthday. You all my whole life is dedicated for this sport. Um, and if people like asking how they how you be a champion, Gabby, it's only you need like doing more than others and keep doing the right things. I'm not sent. I do whatever I want in my life, and if I don't make like nothing wrong for people, I don't care what people say about me. But I hate it when anything happens with me, and this time I think like I don't go come back. It's like it's too much for me. But I feel like more exciting right now than for comeback and for prove to myself this time. I need to be strong, like how I say to people. How people looking for me, and they're like, Gabby wanna be like you, or Gabby, like you're so strong, or and sometimes like I'm like, hi, why this happens with me, why people always think like, she handle, because I handle, because I'm a champion, and life is hard for everybody. um but my worst time is right now. I help more other people, I share more with people than what I think, like, what I'm doing for me, and the consequences, like only good things. And because this I think like happen, like I always come back like with anything new, because I love what I'm doing. I think I'm blessed to have these opportunities in my life, and after everything like what's happened with me, insane these last years, I'm still grateful and like dreaming with new things. And I can tell like people or the kids stop me, or like like all the time when I go training, it's like I look like a party, like entertainment, because everybody need a picture with me. Yes, it'd be funny. Like the everybody like hey, make a partner, and I'm like with this hair, and I look and say like the only one like he's like, hey, like, you wanna go with me? And he's like, okay. And he like laughing when I'm like, and he's like, you scare me, and I look for him like, why? He's like, I watching your fight, your fights, and I'm like, please, the girls like think about this too, I scare, and like that, and we stand up, and he like he's still laughing, and he's like he's still scared. And it's funny, when I go training every single day, and different right now. And this time I don't think about compete or back to like I can lie for my fans too. I don't post a lot on my social media. Um and it's I put my white belt again. But this time I know like what I need, like doing right and wrong. But what I learned in jiu-jitsu and martial arts, and I always told people is, we always have one new chance, in life. In jiu-jitsu is like, you go training. How many times you tap? How many times you make other people tap? And you win and lose like in the same train, like so many times. And you deal better with like life when you're doing martial arts, because like it's normal like you have it's normal like you win and lose, you know. And what like I learned with jiu-jitsu is like we always have one new chance in life. For me, like I think like I believe in God, and I think He tests me, and He tests us in life. But I survived it, and I still like being myself, doing make like people like laughing. I laughing by myself too, and like we need to be strong. And I like Master Carlos always, we nothing can be stronger than our mindset. And I can lose this fight for myself. It's I push things. I push the interview to you. I push like have a lot of interviews. I push my life, but for you make people laughing, for you make entertain people, for I training hard. I need to love myself first. I need to put my competition, shield for come back. And today is my first interview here, and nothing changed my mind. Just I'm proud one more time for don't give up. And I hope like I help more people to understand this. Like people bully me, nobody liking me, and what's happened with me CGI, I never like is not dream for me like everybody like me. It's like one more thing, how I go be ungrateful with life. After everything what's happened to me, like I make one more dream come true. And I even like just I waiting so long, and is prices, just we need calm in life. And it's okay sometimes everything not be okay, it's okay you don't be okay. Even the champions, um just we can give up, for life, for things. And if like even like if like our heart like is still like pulsing, we alive, I go be always thankful, and I hope like I help people to understand this. It's not like your medals, not how many times you champion, is how many lives you change, how many people like remember you. And you asking yourself if like I go die or no. Elio Gracie is not he Elio Gracie is alive, on me, on you, on Craig. um it's Elio Gracie is forever alive. And Roger Gracie, he go be forever alive. um you go be like forever alive, for like people who interview. Or we need try be the best, like whatever like your or like or job or what you do in life, we need to be better, try be better and share with people. I think the world right now is super selfish. um the corruption, the people like people against people. This is for me like don't you know not have like my life too. And war and all these things, we saw a lot of hate. And I think like the world like need more love, need more people laughing. You laughing about yourself, how I do it myself. You accept yourself, and never give up. I think like people have like a weak mindset. I don't want to be part of this. I think like at this period in my life, I'm like weak mindset. I I'm losing this match for this fight for myself. And when people understand like our life is like the match, the fights against us, not against others. All the time is like every day against us. Here beat us more than our body, Like here is everything. And I think like this next Gabby, it's more than like you guys watching before,
You
Share,
are
guys,
already
share, share.
you've already had such an unbelievable life. I feel like you've had 100 lives already. So very
Me
excited to
too.
see what
Me
next.
too.
But it's an absolute privilege to chat to you. I've wanted to interview you for years, so thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
thank you. Now you have my
All the
phone anytime. I'm like, my mood's better. um, and I'm more exciting for things. And thank you so much. I appreciate, and I hope like we like meet each other like soon.
That would be an absolute honor. Obrigado. What a legend. Thank you so much, Gabi.
Obrigado. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.